Hello everyone and welcome back to the RLBot Championship 2025. My name is Eastvillage and today I'm joined by Eldest. Hello.
Hello, it's your favorite imaginary bot maker, and I guess we're just gonna see some bots that actually exist today. So that's great.
Yeah, I mean, imaginary bots and ideas can also be great, but of course it is nicest when they finally end up eventually in our championships and try to compete against each other to be the best out of the best.
Hey, look, 2026 is the year, you know?
Yes.
V5 is going to be released, hopefully, and that's the time that I'll probably finally release a bot. Finally.
I'm
I know
looking
it's
forward
crazy
to
to
it.
say it, but
Yeah.
but without further ado, today we're gonna have hard-coded bots. We're gonna be starting with a lower bracket, and towards the end of the stream, we're gonna do 2 matches from the upper bracket, right?
Yep. The upper semifinals, match number 8 and 9. So that's King versus Xasthur and Stardust versus Berrobot. But yeah, before we go and jump into those matches, we first need to see how the lower bracket will evolve. And yeah, these are of course the bots that lost once, and they are now risking being eliminated if they lose a second time. So it'll be exciting to see who is going to make it further up the bracket and who is going to be eliminated.
And as you mentioned before, there's 2 bots that have an update, but I don't think we should mention it now. We're gonna wait for the matches. So.
Yeah, we will take them when they come, but there's some updates, or mostly it's bug fixes, because updates are not allowed in the hard-coded bracket, but bug fixes is okay, because we we don't want these small silly mistakes here. So I hope everyone is ready for some exciting matches, as I'll start the first prediction here. Do you have any predictions for our first match, Cerberus versus KoromoBot?
Honestly, I'm not sure. Like I think Cerberus is rated higher, right? On the
Koromo
seating.
has a better seating.
Koromo is okay.
Yes.
And from what I saw, Koromo did some pretty interesting plays. So I'm honestly rooting for Koromo, but I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna end up.
Yeah, I mean, I also think that's a safe bet. Cerberus we have never seen before. It's the first tournament made by 6-bit. I'll just get the information up here actually, so we can see who we are going to watch here. Cerberus by 6-split, made in Python, and I believe it's from scratch. Like, I mean, no utils. At least it doesn't mention anything here. And of course, KoromoBot is by Krabby Crab in C# using red utils. So it already has a very strong baseline.
Yeah, the strong utils games, guys. So, what util are you using for your bot? Decides the championships or not? We'll see.
I mean, it definitely decides some seeding so far. But yeah, we are into the first game.
And a nice kickoff from KoromoBot, immediately going for a shot on net, but Cerberus is there to save it in this case. Koromo still keeping up with the pressure on Cerberus. I don't know if the pressure is going to be happening the whole game that we have here, but nice shot on net, and it hits right in. And we have 1 goal down in 20 seconds, so we'll see how it pans out over the span of the whole game. I don't know if you feel like there's going to be that much pressure.
No, I mean, this is a pretty solid start from Koromo. And since these bots are playing deterministically or hard-coded, then any sort of advantage that it has is of course slowly going to make an appearance on the scoreboard.
Exactly, and similarly to how the first ball kickoff went, this time Koromo again shot at net, but there was no Cerberus to save it. So that's 2-0 for Koromo now, and we're continuing on. Another nice kickoff from Koromo, and the ball is rolling towards the Cerberus net, but so far nothing is going in.
This position requires a bit of coordination here from Cerberus. They do not find something useful. Koromo is gonna take another go.
Yeah, and unfortunately, another goal goes to Koromo. Well, unfortunately. Fortunately for me, because I wanted to Koromo to win right now, but or I think Koromo's gonna win, but Cerberus being the small underdog, at least from my perspective, maybe just something, but as I say it, commentator curse towards Cerberus is happening very hard, and another goal goes in.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
I made
we have CodeRed here as well in the casting booth. Welcome.
Sorry. I slept in.
I see. Yeah, we decided to go ahead and jump into the first match. We have Cerberus versus Koromo
fine,
here.
yeah.
But
Alright.
when you're ready, you can just take over.
Alright, cool.
Yeah. And unfortunately for Cerberus, Koromo doesn't feel like they slept in, so it's not looking good for now.
Reset?
Okay.
Oh,
Backwards?
oh, backward pass, and we're having a play from Cerberus going towards Koromo's botnet, but there's both Koromos in net, so I'm not sure if that they can get that through. But Cerberus is here.
Okay. A solo play attempt. Not quite there. Cerberus hits it up. Could be a follow-up, but unfortunately that's just to KoromoBot, who likes hitting those aerials, and that's going to be a goal for KoromoBot.
Yeah, it seems KoromoBot really, when he has the opportunity to get the goal in, that he does most of the time. At least it looks like it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Cerberus, apart from that first save, was not very successful at too many saves so far. And now KoromoBot just ties it up to 6-0, and I believe that's the first mercy of the day.
First mercy. Probably won't be the last one.
What are your predictions, CodeRed? Are we looking at an upset in the next game? What do you think?
I would really like Cerberus to, I don't know, score a goal or two. I said this when I first saw Cerberus play, but I still see a lot of potential within the bot. I just think it keeps getting countered by just the way most red utilities bots play. But it seems to have really strong ground plays, and I would really like to see it score one. I don't think it will probably make a huge upset comeback or anything like that, but I would love to see some goals come out of it.
It's definitely at least one goal would be nice to see, you know, because the last game ended 6-0. But anyway, we're starting with a second game, and so far Koromo again has a very nice kickoff. But Cerberus is there to protect its goal this time. It looks like it's not immediately lost for now.
It's playing a little bit hesitantly, and unfortunately that's gonna oh wow! It actually managed to get the save. I was gonna say it's gonna cost us the goal, but that was a good save. As both KoromoBots are kind of scrambling back here. Cerberus had an opportunity, but it got cleared. Cerberus backwards here, dangerous, but manages to hit it. Can the other Cerberus come in and save it? Yes, they can. They just need to clear it out here. KoromoBot flailing around. This could be an opportunity. Cerberus not the strongest touch as KoromoBot almost puts that in, but it's off the crossbar.
Yeah, I think it's the commentator curse, because I mentioned that Koromo has hit the ball in every single time so far, and now it doesn't seem to be the case.
Yeah, now it's
almost 2 minutes in. Almost 2 minutes in, and no goals have been scored yet.
Yeah. Cerberus has actually shown a really strong defense so far at the beginning of this game. As Koromo just hasn't been able to put anything in, and Cerberus has been saving most of everything. But as they say that, it is commentator's curse. God, what is that? As soon as I say it has a strong defense, I think it owned goals a little bit here. But to be fair, it's in that like spot right next to the post where it's just like it's a little awkward, and Cerberus just backed into it. That's so sad.
It's very unfortunate in this case, but at least we're continuing on, and so far, again, around 2 minutes into the game, only one goal score from Koromo, so Cerberus is not completely lost. It just needs to get that time. Oh, it's bringing it up. it's bringing the ball up, but unfortunately not much of a follow-up from any of the Cerberus bots. It feels like KoromoBot just scored 1 goal and is now decided to stay in goal, but another shot towards the net barely misses.
Okay.
And as Cerberus is attacking here, it's again defended. And I don't know if this is specifically hard-coded behavior for KoromoBot, but it does feel like they, after 1 goal difference, they're just now sitting and waiting for Cerberus to just make a mistake on attack.
Oh, that would be a really interesting strategy. That is kind of seemingly what it's doing. Cerberus here trying to break through that defense, but not able to. The other Cerberus, oh, actually a pretty strong touch backwards and goes for a double jump. Can't quite get it. The other one hits a pretty strong shot downfield, but of course the other KoromoBot's gonna be there.
Unfortunately for Cerberus, it seems there's at least 1 KoromoBot always back for now.
Yeah.
And most of the time it's 2. So I'm not sure if Cerberus can do it. Maybe some kind of a bump play. I don't know if it's in its code or its capability to do, but it would definitely look interesting. And KoromoBot is on the offense now, but again, they seem to rotate back, and now Aerial from Cerberus puts the ball towards the Red's goal, but there's another KoromoBot to save it, and they shoot on Cerberus's net and score. There was a lot of happening just now, and I kind of tangled myself there, but
it's okay. That was a lot to commentate. Yeah, Cerberus actually showed some capabilities I didn't think it could do. It was playing very strongly for a bit there, showing some offensive capabilities that I thought it might have, but hadn't actually seen. Of course, KoromoBot still playing very strong defense and able to counter it. Like, what is this? What are those? That's crazy.
They're just going for it. You know, they just wanted to show a bit of aerials to everybody watching and decided to go for it, but I don't know if it's going to be enough for 1 minute to score or even do the amazing upset of scoring 2 goals and going into overtime. But I don't think it's going to happen.
Well, it's definitely not going to be Mercy, at least not with the scoreline as it is anymore. As Cerberus is just kind of stalling right now, making sure it can't be Mercy as they're just kind of hanging out in the corner, and both KoromoBots are back. Seemingly are playing that strategy that you were guessing they are, where they're just playing back. This other Cerberus has to save this. Manages to get the touch. And dunks
it feels like Cerberus is not using that much boost overall. It's not really touching the boost.
Yeah. Oh,
I always seem to have plenty.
Ooh,
and that was a great shot from Koroma, but the save from Cerberus completely destroyed their dreams right now.
All right, come on, Cerberus. Both KoromoBots are up if you can just get a clear over them, but
and that's a very nice goal from Koromo, but unfortunately for Cerberus, it's in their net, so we're going to 3-0 with 13 seconds left on the clock. Let's see how the next one goes.
13 seconds. This is gonna... Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like Cerberus... I feel like Cerberus is gonna get a goal at a counterattack, and in 13 seconds, I don't know if that's gonna happen. Cerberus has possession, but no boost. This is gonna be difficult, and it's not gonna happen.
And yep, and we're ending the game with 4-0, 3-0. I forgot, honestly. 3-0. There we go. So luckily for Cerberus, it's not a mercy, but unluckily for Cerberus, this is the last time we will see Cerberus in the game, because it is the lower bracket, and if you get beaten in the lower bracket, you're out of the tournament. So give it up for KoromoBot. He's moving on to fighting Phoenix in the next game, but we're not going to that game yet. We're going to game number 12, which is Beast from the East versus NoobBlack.
Let's go. Yeah, I'm sad that Cerberus has to go because I still never got... Wait, did... Yeah, no, we never got to see a single goal out of Cerberus, which is so sad. I feel like I at least didn't get mercied in that last game. But... And we actually saw some very good plays. But of course, KoromoBot deserves to get the win here, as, you know, they showed a very strong... they had a very strong showing and are going to be moving on. And now we have Beast versus NoobBlack. I'm very excited for this match.
especially excited because as I mentioned on the beginning of the stream, Beast from the East actually had a bug fix happen during the weekend, or
Yeah,
during the
I think I
week.
heard that.
So from what I understand, Beast had a bad code or bad time prediction to get to the ball, and that has been fixed. So now it shouldn't snail as much, from what I understand. But I guess we'll see it in the game. NoobBlack hasn't had an update, but we will need to see. We will need to see. What are your predictions for this game?
Well, I feel like even with the update, NoobBlack is a very strong opponent. It's going to be hard for Beast to, yeah, as we see, NoobBlack already got it in getting the first goal. NoobBlack showed a very strong performance on its first day. It didn't, I don't remember, it still lost to whoever it played against, but it was playing very well. So Beast is definitely going to have to bring it. This update's going to have to do quite a lot. But you know what? I believe in Beast. It's very possible.
Me too. Yeah, I believe in Beast. I feel like he's been in the RLBot community for a long time now, so I'm really rooting for it. But we'll have to see. We will see how also the kickoffs go, because I don't know how well the kickoffs for Beast work versus NoobBlack, and it seems kickoffs is a very strong way to win in hard-coded brackets. Basically, if you play against a bot that doesn't have a great kickoff, as long as you get that kickoff down, you can score a lot of goals there.
Yeah. So far, I'm already noticing Beast is playing a bit faster. Just the way they're driving for the ball, like they are not snailing as much from what I can see, which is very good to see. They are still obviously have their signature pretty defensive play style. So like right now, right, they say that the Beasts go up and they manage to score a goal as NoobBlack was not able to save that. They were floundering in the defense.
That's a wonderful attack from Beast, and now we're tied 1-1. 4 minutes still to go, but 1-1 tie is great, especially since if I look over at the seeding order, it seems Beast is almost at the bottom, and NoobBlack is in the top 5.
Yeah, this is an upset if Beast is able to win this. And currently it's tied, so it's looking very good for Beast. As Beast almost hitting it around that NoobBlack, but not quite able to. NoobBlack hits it up at the dangerous spot for Beast, since Beast hasn't been updated to do aerials yet. As now Beast is not able to get it just outside the net. NoobBlack couldn't quite get that in.
Noob was just jumping around the ball, but now Beast has possession of the ball and is attacking, but there's another NoobBlack waiting, but he flies off to the side, and Beast is nowhere to capitalize on this, but it seems without boost, Noob is just jumping around the ball, not doing that much. So we will see how this progresses now. And a beautiful shot from 50-50, but unfortunately both Beasts rotate back. It is worth mentioning that Beast is a 1v1 bot, so it doesn't take account his teammate into play. And because of that, you can't really see much of those passing plays. Because, yeah, they will double commit like this.
Yeah, both commit there, right, as you're talking about it, but the other NoobBlack just went right past the ball, so it wasn't capitalized upon. Seems like NoobBlack, well, as you're saying with the team play stuff, NoobBlack by comparison always has someone back, and only just has one person up front, which so far is working better, but, you know, was scored on, so it is impossible
great
for Beast
shot
to break
towards the net. But as
Ooh.
the second NoobBlack wasn't there to capitalize on it again, both Beasts just double committing, which honestly might be a bit scary, because imagine, you know, you're going with a ball towards the net and there's two mercs just waiting for you to attack you. But in this case, it doesn't seem to phase NoobBlack that much, because there's always a second person in the back waiting for defense.
NoobBlack not hitting that shot, but actually kind of working as a pass back as the other NoobBlack hits it against the wall and manages to score. That was a very good play. Beast, unfortunately, rarely does this, but overcommitting there. And of course, if it's going to overcommit with one, it overcommits with both, and leaving an open net.
Yeah, and this is the unfortunate truth if you code a bot and don't take teammates into account. If they both decide to just go for the ball, then you're left hanging, kind of. The goal is just empty. But some might say that's a benefit because, you know, empty nets are very hard to hit for most people, you know, so.
True. As we say that, NoobBlack actually manages to hit an empty net as Beast does not get the best clear, and unfortunately, it bounces right back center for NoobBlack to score it. And the other Beast could not get there in time. As we have a little bit more of a decisive scoreline in favor of NoobBlack at the moment, but this is not putting Beast out of the race just yet. Beast could easily score something like this, but neither Beast is there for the opportunity.
They were thinking about it. They were going, but they weren't fast enough for that. But NoobBlack with 0 boost is trying to do some kind of play. But again, the second NoobBlack was just waiting in goal. It seems that they sometimes just decide at one point they're gonna swap, and the other one just goes forward from goal. So that make also, you know, delay the attack, kind of. But there's still strong attacks from NoobBlack coming towards Beast's goal, but nothing is going in right now.
Yeah, nothing at the moment, as one NoobBlack manages to clear the ball. This could be an opportunity for Beast to collect it, but unfortunately, NoobBlack is just too fast as they almost get it in. Unfortunately, not quite. NoobBlack, another good opportunity, hits it over both, and Beast unfortunately own goals.
And I believe that's the first own goal of today.
I think Cerberus had a little bit of an own goal last game. It wasn't like a huge own goal or anything, but I think this is
if anybody's keeping track, please do. I don't know if there's still a vote still going on Discord. But as we talk here about this, we have another score for NoobBlack, and it seems Beast is really far away from getting another goal. Still have 11 seconds, but maybe we'll see Beast score another goal, but I don't think it's going to go any other way than NoobBlack winning the first game.
Yeah, unfortunately not. Beast was looking very promising at the beginning of this game, but NoobBlack showing why they were seeded so highly for this bracket, as this could be a last final goal. Oh, couldn't quite get it.
It just misses. It just misses. But fortunately for NoobBlack, it's still a win. And we're going to see what happens in the second game. The goal from Beast was really a surprise, but a welcome surprise. So I kind of want to see some more goals. You know, at least 2.
Yeah.
That will be very, very nice.
Yeah, Beast was not going snail mode at all that game. We were able to see some plays, like it rushing up and taking that opportunity to score a goal. And NoobBlack definitely had some weaknesses on its defense that Beast could capitalize. But overall, NoobBlack playing very strong, showing why it's so high up, so highly seeded. Whether NoobBlack can continue with its wins, or whether or not Beast can make a comeback.
And we have a nice kickoff going for Beast here, but NoobBlack is there to again push it away from Beast. But there's a second one, and now the net is almost empty. But again, I think the strategy from NoobBlack, it seems like they always have one attacking and one defending in goal.
Oh, that was a good
another
goal.
shot. Oh my god.
Very nice shot. NoobBlack has these very nice aerials when it decides to go for them that Beast just has no concept of how to save. Every time NoobBlack does it, Beast just doesn't quite know what to do, and that was a scenario. That was an example of one. As we now
this is not just the scenario that happens for hard-coded bots. This also happens for machine learning bots, where if they don't see an action happening during their training, they don't really know what to do with it. They just kind of improvise. And so this is not just isolated to hard-coded or just machine learning, but all bots have this. I think even humans have this if you don't practice stuff. But we have a ball rolling towards the goal of Beast, and it's really close. And NoobBlack has a wonderful shot, but it just bounces off of the top bar.
That's so unfortunate. But it's very fortunate for Beast, as Beast has the opportunity to collect this ball and hit it out of its own corner. And they managed to hit it past one NoobBlack, but the other one hits it there over both beasts and into the net.
It's a direct shot in the net. Really nice shot. Unfortunate for Beast, but really nice, clean shot.
I would have loved to see Beast do their, like, you know when Beast kind of goes for the shot, but ends up kind of pre-flipping towards the ball? I would have loved to see Beast do that in that scenario, because that might have worked out, but fortunately it did not.
Unfortunately, here again, NoobBlack is just there to take the ball. It does seem that NoobBlack is not working with a lot of boost overall, but it still manages to hit the ball in the goal of Beast. We will see what happens. And right now you can also see another disadvantage because they don't see each other. They will bump each other, and NoobBlack just capitalizes on that, rotating on the ground, maybe chasing their own tails, and just shoots the ball straight into the goal. Very clean, very straight shot. There's nothing much to say.
Yeah, NoobBlack, it's worth saying that because of its strategy, it's almost always, well, it's all, so far in these two games, it's been mostly on the offense. And because of its strategy of having one person back, it's almost always in a 2v1 against both of these beasts. But it's managing to show a very strong showing with its offensive capabilities. Really only occasionally getting broken through by Beast, as we have NoobBlack almost breaking through the Beast defense, but not quite able to get that in.
The top bar shots are going crazy sometimes over here, but Beast took that ball away. But here we have Beast again, just trying to get the ball away from its goal. NoobBlack is rotating again, and there's a free possibility for NoobBlack to score again, and it's hit the ball in the goal, and that's a 4-0.
That was actually a team play I saw of NoobBlack there. As the first NoobBlack was going back, the second one passed its center, and then the first NoobBlack decided to turn around before going all the way back to its net to score that goal. So proving that NoobBlack can have team plays. It's just plays very safe, which is fair. Doesn't go for them a lot, and doesn't need to.
Yeah, it seems playing safe is
so
really good for
5-0.
5-0. Beast is not really playing it safe in the corner right now, as Noob can just pass it through around and just score right there. There wasn't need for any team play here. And another nice goal from Noob.
3v3? That's a good point. That might be true. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. Actually, I could check the description of NoobBlack. I wonder if it says there.
And
as always, mainly designed for threes. Okay, yeah, NoobBlack is mainly designed for threes.
So maybe the behavior is coming up from there, where maybe there's a third bot that would usually fill the place in between the two, but
that makes
unfortunately for them, this is a 2v2 tournament, so we're seeing two bots. And over here, NoobBlack is again keeping the ball closer to Beast's goal most of the time, but Beast is actually pushing the ball slowly, but if they both were... Oh no, one of them decides to go for it, but it's not fast enough to get to the ball.
Beast bumping that NoobBlack.
Cannot get any sort of piece, but here we have a beautiful touch off of the backboard, and then another shot towards the net. And that's
very
a 6-0
nice goal
and
by
mercy.
NoobBlack.
Very beautiful.
Yeah. Beast, unfortunately, not able to score another goal, but, you know, still a pretty strong showing, able to hold back NoobBlack for almost 4 minutes this game, and then not even... Did we get a mercy last game? No, we didn't even get a mercy last game. So, very good showing from Beast. But NoobBlack will be moving on.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have a delivery, so I'll be back in about 5 minutes. I believe you can you can handle that, CodeRed.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, NoobBlack will be moving on. But before we go to the next layer of matches, we're gonna have match 13, which is Xasthur versus BB, which should be a very fun match. I believe both of these. Oh wait, no, Xasthur is Python, is it not? Let me see.
Yes, it's
yeah,
Python.
It's Python.
And made with no utilities. So it's also one of these completely new bots that are very fun to watch the development of. It has also
Yeah.
had a bug fix, by the way. Last week we
cool.
saw it during many of the dodges. It seemed to always land sideways afterwards and lose all of its speed. And Azurus has been looking into this, and it should do that less now. So hopefully we'll see some better plays, some more speed.
Awesome. All right. Then we'll see another. Well, actually, last match we didn't have a single red utility spot, but we're here again with a red utility spot versus Python bot matchup. We saw a lot of those last week. Let's see whether or not Python can make the upset, and let's see what no utilities can do. BB also very strong. We've seen some very strong things from BB as well. I remember in previous tournaments, I think I've seen BB as well.
Yes.
Very, very aggressive bot. I've seen some very good plays from BB. Let's see whether or not they work here. Xasthur going for an aerial. Another one also going for an aerial. We have some aerial attempts by Xasthur. That's very impressive and good to see, since that's usually the advantage red utilities bots have against bots without utilities. BB here having possession though, dangerously close to the blue net. Can BB capitalize? No, not quite. As Xasthur.
Oh, that's
being
a
at
pass
center
to
for
the
other
teammate.
Ooh.
Close. He was not quite ready,
Block.
but that was definitely a play coming up.
Oh, yeah, BB having a lot of opportunities here. Still putting on a lot of pressure. As it looks like that's another good opportunity, but Xasthur's just gonna get there in time. Wow. That was a great save. BB definitely had a little bit of an opportunity to go faster there, but still a very good shot. As it's gonna hit another shot towards the goal, but Xasthur's gonna get there in time. Will the other one be able to put the final save in? No. BB's pressure finally cracked Xasthur and managed to put a goal through.
I mean, the ball has been lingering here just in front of the blue goal since the match started. I mean, it had to happen eventually, right?
Yeah. Hopefully Xasthur can get maybe a better kickoff and start it with the... Oh, wow! They say that. Incredible kickoff.
Speaking of.
I was going to say, start it on the orange side so it could play a little bit of offense. And what an incredible kickoff, but unfortunately instantly countered by BB, as BB now has possession and has it on blue side. Gets a nice shot, but okay, Xasthur collects the ball nicely. Hits it past one.
And they have a huge boost advantage right now. None of the BBs have any boost. They still manage to miss. Can they rush back in time as the ball rolls up? Okay, it's up the post. Still not in.
Okay, Xasthur can get this out. BB unfortunately missing that opportunity there. Can Xasthur get that save?
Oh huge touch! Huge!
What an incredible save! Getting the flip last second to get that save. Incredible. Finally clearing it out of its own half. Hopefully it uses that boost to collect possession, but unfortunately BB, very nice turnaround. But it's unfortunately going to be off the post again. Oh no, BB just keeps hitting the post. But can't hit the post this time. BB finally... What? Oh my god! Xasthur, incredible save. What the heck?
Oh
Xasthur just can't stop saving BB's shots. As we have actually a good opportunity here for Xasthur to hit this center. BB hits it center. Oh, unfortunately the Xasthur does not get the aerial shot it wanted. And that Xasthur is not gonna be able to save that one. As BB puts in a second goal. But what an incredible defensive showing from Xasthur.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, and what an unfortunate aerial there. Xasthur was there, he saw it, he could do an aerial, but he just didn't quite have the right angle on takeoff and ended up missing. Unfortunate.
Yeah, if I understand from doing my own aerial stuff that it's like you kind of, once you implement aerials, want the bot to be somewhat optimistic about them, because oh man, what a fast shot BB almost had there. You almost want them to be optimistic because you love seeing them so much, but getting them to have a good takeoff and like can 100% hit it before they take off is such an important thing to have for the aerial code, or else it's going to be really hard for it to actually hit them. BB just turning that around right as Xasthur unfortunately goes for another aerial that does not connect, as it's able to get another goal in just while the Xasthurs just weren't in defense, and that's probably why they were able to score that, because no Xasthurs in defense means no incredible saves.
Yeah. BB again
And
having the advantage right now.
Right back.
Hello, Eldest.
Yay.
Welcome
I
back.
am back. I've sprinted, got everything, and I see a beautiful attempt by BB to score, but it's unfortunately hits the sidebar.
You missed at least 3 amazing
come on,
saves by
please.
Azure.
Yeah, Azure's no, and an amazing save by BB. Unfortunately, saving its own shot there. But okay, BB trying to go for a shot, but instantly countered by Azure. Azure going for the aerial, couldn't quite get it, but we've got a nice shot attempt here, but it's instantly countered again. Azure trying to get
1
possession.
minute remaining. Do you have any hope for Azure scoring here, or is it a lost cause against the team?
I think there is definitely some hope. We've so far mainly seen really impressive things out of Azure's defense, but its offense has been able to put in some things that look like could have been goal attempts. Unfortunately, that one led to a very good counterattack attempt here by BB, although BB not quite going in here. Oh, almost getting a nice shot there.
Azure is having possession, but BB is just there to take it right away. It doesn't seem Azure can get a break from BB, just attacking the ball over and over. And there's a goal from BB.
Yeah,
really
unfortunately
nice.
we have a double commit in the corner. Very nice shot. Very fast. No way Azure was going to be saving that. Although, could have been. Azure's put in some very nice saves in this game.
Azure has some nice saves, but I have to commend BB's team play there. It didn't impede on itself. It nicely just went around the other BB and went for the goal. But now we have 5 seconds left. Azure has possession of the ball and is going for BB's goal net, and it unfortunately falls onto the ground, and that's game 1.
Damn. Azure looked like they had a very good possible offensive attempt there, but couldn't quite get it in. As we see stats-wise, why BB ended up winning as a combined 20 shots between both BB bots. Just an unrelenting offense, but of course Azure having 5 saves between them. Still very impressive showing by Azure. I'm honestly surprised it wasn't more saves, but
I think it's
still
because
very
of the way the saves are coming from the game calculation, which I forgot how it does this. But a lot of the saves sometimes are not counted, especially with hardcoded bots, because of the weird way they move around sometimes. So that's why. But definitely an impressive amount of saves from Azure during this game. We will see for game 2 if Azure can keep up the saves or maybe even break through BB's defense and go for the shot.
Forget, does BB... Yeah, okay, BB always stays back on kickoff. I was wondering whether or not BB still went for the kickoff on diagonals, but doesn't look like it. Azure going for a very nice aerial, but BB instantly able to hit that out of its own half, as Azure is just going to let that roll into its own corner. Hit it over and around one. BB has a good opportunity for breakaway here.
Yeah, BB is kind of entering it for Azure, but I don't know. And Azure is up there, bumps BB out of the air, but now the ball is free for everyone, and it's empty blue net. Fortunately for Azure, they screw it. And BB just keeps on going with the attack, and another save from BB towards the Azure net.
Very good redirect attempt there by BB. Unfortunately wasn't on. Azure needs to break this pressure, but can't quite get to it. BB, another good opportunity off the post, unfortunately.
Very close again for BB here, but Azure just defends well. And now ball is rolling towards BB's net, but Azure overcorrected and it bounced. Oh my god. It's still close.
No.
And Azure ball is rolling towards Azure's net. Unfortunately, BB is there to finalize the shot, even though I think it was going in. And unfortunately, that's 1-0.
I wish I got a better angle on that, but it looked like the ball was like 90% in. And BB, worth mentioning, incredible save there, managing to get that out. But man, that was the closest we had to a goal by Azure. in either of these matches, definitely get some hope that this will be a closer game. Ooh.
And now as you're bumping each other and like they seem to not have an agreement who's going to go for the goal here, and unfortunately that turns into BB having possession of a ball, and beautiful aerial by BB shooting it towards net, and it goes in. Azure cannot do anything right now.
Yeah, I saw the thought process from one of those Azures, seeing it was in the air and needed to aerial, but it just was not in the right position to do it. And it led to it kind of floundering there, and the other one tried to save it, but couldn't quite.
It was very, very close, but unfortunately Azure missed the save here. The ball is rolling towards Azure's net, with both BBs actually behind it, but now the open net from BB is there, and Azure fails to capitalize it on it immediately, but BBs are bumping each other and kind of a little bit of a mess in the corner. But now the situation flipped, and BB has an open net towards Azure, but that's not going in yet.
No! BB almost getting that in, couldn't quite get it. The other one's there, though, and manages to put that in. BB, I will say BB's kickoff strategy of staying back is working really well, where it's able to normally get these counterattacks. But in that case, Azure was actually able to get an offensive attempt there. But unfortunately, it also double committed, which led to BB having the opportunity to score that goal.
And again, we have a BB who's staying back and now has complete possession of the ball. Azure is nowhere to be found, but Azure comes back. BB didn't seem to push the ball that quickly towards the goal, and Azure shoots it over BB a bit. Another Azure has a chance, but is very low on boost.
Oh,
a little bit of an awkward play in a corner, and BB has another score on Azure.
Azure unfortunately just, and this is something commonly happens with hardcoded bots, where it technically would have had the opportunity to save something if it realized there was a shot to go for, but unfortunately it just didn't realize in time that there was a shot it could have gotten there, or I guess I should say not a shot, but like a save that it could have gotten there. It could have flipped there, but it didn't think it could in time, so it couldn't get the save. BB bringing that all the way around, just kind of playing with Azure here, as it has almost like a good dribble play there, but couldn't quite get it around.
It was keeping the ball on top of the car, but didn't do much with it until Azure came in.
Ooh,
and now in front of the Azure's, in front of BB's net, and Azure had possible opportunity, but the second one, I don't even see where the second one Azure is, and BB just capitalizes on that and pushes the ball straight into Azure's goal. And we are 5-0 and 1 goal away from a mercy, and we have still 2 minutes left on the clock.
Azure still having so many opportunities here, but unfortunately in that case, not able to capitalize. I don't know exactly where the Azures were in that scenario, but BB able to turn that around nicely, to be fair to them. As BB hits it off the wall nicely. Azure hits it off the wall, maybe to its teammate, but it's going to be the other BB. This could be a good opportunity for Azure, but fortunately overcommits, and now...
And we will see if Azure decides to save it, but it seems that they're just bumping each other on the side and just watching the ball go in.
It seems like Azure has a bit of a problem where when they're overcommitted, they're not trying everything to get back. They're afraid to use their boost to run all the way back, which I think is a problem when, you know, BB has so many opportunities and breakaway attempts. But still, very good match, very good attempt by Azure.
Unfortunately, this is going in favor of BB and Azure, as Azure lost this match, is out of the tournament for good now. Unfortunately, it has played nicely, but sometimes the saves weren't there. Sometimes BB just had a lot of opportunities to capitalize on that, and that's what led to Azure's demise. But anywho, now we're moving on to the second column of the lower bracket, which is, we're going back to KoromoBot that we saw at the first game today, and Koromo is going to be facing Phoenix.
This will be very fun.
Phoenix being just under KoromoBot in the seeding order, so we will see how it plays out. I don't know if they're going to be very equal, but according to the seeding chart, if we go by that, they should be quite equal. So maybe we will have first time 3 games?
Maybe, yeah. We have not seen a game 3 yet, I don't think. Yeah, no. Hopefully we see that here today. If you're wondering, yeah, the commentators, we are a bit biased, but I think we're biased in seeing good matches. We always want to see a match go to game 3. So I'm always cheering for the whichever bot is not doing the best at any given moment. Even if that's against a bot using my own utilities. As here we do have, actually, are both of these using? No, wait, are both of these using red utilities? I see KoromoBot's main C sharp, but I didn't see it mention red utils. Okay.
I believe they're both using red utils.
All right, we got red utils versus red utils, so I cannot be biased in that respect here.
And it's good to point out, CodeRed over here is the creator of red utils and is now watching its utils being used in all the games. And as we talked about it, there's a close ball towards Koromo's net, but there was no capitalization on it from any side, really. And right now, the ball is just stagnating in the middle, and we'll see if anything happens here.
Ooh.
And as I say that, Koromo just gets a beautiful shot towards Phoenix's net and scores right in.
Very nice 2-touch play, hits it off the wall around one Phoenix and quickly shoots it to hit it past the last one and score the goal.
And very nice quick shot. No, not something like small, slow dribbling into the net. It was just nice, precise shot on net. But with the second kickoff going towards Koromo's favor, but Koromo is kind of out of place here. Phoenixes are on its tail pretty much. Phoenix takes the ball and pulls it back towards its own net, and second Phoenix just comes flying in, pushing it back to the corner, and KoroMos are just waiting in their own net for whatever Phoenix is going to do.
Phoenix, we only got one on defense, manages to hit it to the corner. Phoenix playing pretty safe so far, although, as I say that, it hits it towards its own net, unfortunately, which is a little scary. As Phoenix hits it forward, the other Phoenix is not going to be there in time. But we still have one back. KoroMo with a good opportunity.
The sidebar. And again, it bounces towards the middle.
Oh!
Another KoroMo is ready and is going for an insane shot, but it unfortunately misses. And Phoenix is nowhere to be found. It just kind of drives slowly around on the ground, around the ball. But KoroMo, again, in air, maybe passing it down to its teammate. But now there's an open net and possibility for Phoenix, but it misses wide.
Phoenix not able to put that one on net as KoroMo with a dunk manages to get that one through.
That was a very nice pass around the Phoenix, just 50-50, and then the second KoroMo with more boost, ready to just push it towards the net, and fortunately for KoroMo, scores.
I mean, I would say that's deserved. KoroMo almost got that amazing double tap in, and so getting a goal somehow, probably deserved, though. Would have loved to see the double tap go in. Phoenix.
Yeah,
oh,
it's
no.
always nice to see double taps, but that's a complete outplay of Phoenix, just trying to get the ball away from KoroMo, but it just keeps possession, just pushes it through. And straight into the goal, unfortunately for Phoenix.
That would have been the type of thing to get clipped if it was a human. As a bot, I don't feel like it's quite as impressive, but it's still very, very cool to see. Like basically the fakes. What the heck is that? Incredible save by Phoenix. I'm not sure where. Not sure where Phoenix was going. Oh, this could be a good opportunity. Oh, but unfortunately, no shot comes through.
Another Phoenix is there to try to do some play. It unfortunately misses, and the second Phoenix has to push the ball forward. But KoroMo is there to take possession of it, and another KoroMo is right there, ready to shoot towards the net of Phoenix, and it's going there. Another KoroMo is ready to take a shot, and it just barely misses. Phoenix now has to scramble towards the ball, and we have one pushing it forward, but it feels like they just hit the ball and doesn't keep possession much. And now KoroMo going around the Phoenix ball and getting another score.
Unfortunately, yeah, Phoenix missing that shot and not able to get the other one back in time to try to save that. KoroMo just managing to hit it around. As it's now 4-0. Hopefully we get Phoenix breaking out of its defensive half a little bit, but Phoenix is a very passive bot. That's just kind of in its play style. Oh, but we see a very nice aerial there, because it's almost able to get it past one KoroMo.
Phoenix definitely has some interesting aerials, but it seems like it doesn't know where it wants to use it, and when it does use it, it's mostly towards its own net, just flying off, slightly protecting the ball. Unfortunately in this case, but Koromo again gets a shot on net on Phoenix, and it's just right in. It seems anytime Phoenix just outplays, Koromo can immediately capitalize on it.
A very nice shot by Koromo, manages to get it around the Phoenixes. Just hitting it too fast for Phoenix to react, as we now have 5-0. Phoenix gets possession off of kickoff. This is a good start, but Koromo just a little too fast there. Phoenix almost going for an aerial there, but doesn't quite get it. The other Phoenix comes in
nice
for an
shot
aerial.
towards the net.
Could not quite
but
get
Koromo
that pass.
was there to save it again, unfortunately.
Koromo aerial
Koromo,
here.
Big aerial, and another shot,
Ooh,
and it goes in.
Nice
that was
shot.
a very nice aerial shots from Koromo. I don't know, it was the same bot too. Beautiful shot with a boost down towards the ground, but unfortunately for Phoenix, that is a 6 goal, and that means it's a mercy for Phoenix.
Very nice showing out of Koromo.
Do we think the next game is going to turn things around again? Or is it going to be Koromo taking the crown home? At least from this game, not over the tournament.
I feel like we could potentially see a goal out of Phoenix if Koromo overcommits more. Phoenix's passive playstyle is just being countered by the general pressure that most red utils bots put on, I think. And KoromoBot in particular has shown that it knows how to get a lot of boost and use it in very good ways with those plays it was able to perform last game. So Phoenix is going to have to find a way to counter that, as Phoenix unfortunately hits it just in front of its own net, but manages to get some nice touches that prevents Koromo from taking an opportunity. But Koromo is there now.
Koromo is right there, taking the ball position here towards the corner, and it's moving. Another Koromo is there and takes a shot on net, and it just rolls right in. As you said, Phoenix is playing too passively, and Koromo is just keeping up the pressure. In fact, we also seen it in first game where Koromo played against Cerberus, if I remember correctly, and Cerberus just couldn't take a break from Koromo, just attacking over and over again. So we're seeing very similar situation happening here, as Koromo takes a shot from kickoff and goes straight into the goal.
That's very interesting. I don't know if Phoenix uses... Yeah, that was not a speed flip kickoff. I'm not sure why. But regardless, KoromoBot just able to get to the ball faster there and put in a second goal. Let's hope Phoenix can show some offense, put on some pressure. KoromoBot hits out of its corner, gets another touch. Phoenix needs to save this, but it's getting bullied by its other Phoenix, and it's not able to get the save as KoromoBot locks that one in.
It's really impressive how much pressure KoromoBot can keep on the enemy, at least so far. And it's unfortunate for all the little bit more passive bots, but amazing strategy for Koromo. The pressure seems to really work in its favor here.
Yeah, KoromoBot definitely putting on a lot of pressure, but in order to do that, it is worth noting I've seen some, not double commits, but both KoromoBots being very far on the orange side, which could be an opportunity if Phoenix was a little quicker to the ball to get some good shots. Speaking of Phoenix getting quicker to the ball, manages to get try to get a shot, but KoromoBot instantly counters, hard clear all the way into the opponent's net, and Phoenix was there but had no boost and could not save it.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate again for Phoenix, but it is a beautiful shot from Koromo, and I hope to see Koromo actually succeed. Based on the pressure, I want to see how it maybe can claw back some fights that it missed in the upper bracket, if it can get out of this game.
I would love to see that. Koromo just showing very, very strong offensive capabilities as it hits off the corner, back to itself, another shot. Boom! In the net. Phoenix could not get that save.
Very nice shots. Very, very nice shots from Koromo. It seems Koromo is very good at deciding when to go for the ball on the offensive, and that's what's creating this pressure, this weight on the enemies of Koromo. And as it just is very hard to defend for some bots. But we'll see now, as Phoenix has again a pretty interesting aerial to defend, but another bump and the ball is just stagnating in front of Phoenix's net. Koromo is not capitalizing on it yet and pushing the ball, but that's almost basically a pass to Koromo, and Koromo is just pushing the ball forward, and Phoenix doesn't seem to get a break from it.
Phoenix getting a nice clear there finally to relieve some pressure, but KoromoBot working together to turn that around. Phoenix unfortunately missing that now, but the other Phoenix comes in. Has possession, hits it center to its other Phoenix, who manages to get to it just in time. As it's now on Koromo's half, Koromo hits it to one of the Phoenixes, who's getting it towards the net, but Koromo, strong clear, Phoenix, able to get it just far enough away from the net to be safe, as we don't have a mercy yet.
The ball was stagnated in the corner, and Koromos both are waiting for the ball to come to them to make a play, but no, both of them just move out of the way.
Okay, this could be an opportunity. Oh, Phoenix couldn't quite get a good enough shot there. Koromo manages to clear that, but Phoenix is there. We're now hitting it both in the air. They're juggling it. The other Phoenix comes in.
And a shot on net from Phoenix, and it is going in. We gotta go from Phoenix.
Let's go. 5-1. Phoenix gets a double jump shot there. They were juggling it for so long, and Phoenix finally broke the pressure. KoromoBot had no boost, no save came through. That's now 5-1.
And now the ball again coming with Phoenix, and that's a great play by Phoenix. It's alone, but it's decided to just leave the ball there, and another Phoenix is coming in. It's pushing towards the middle, but Koromo is there, so I don't know if Phoenix can capitalize on it, but the shot is so close, but it just is not on.
Oh, other Phoenix has full boost. Come on, go in full speed. Aw. No shot came through.
Unfortunately, the ball is going, but now Phoenix has to save it, but it's actually an own goal. Still no mercy because Phoenix has scored, but it's 6-1 right now.
Maybe Phoenix wants the Brazil. I don't know. Regardless, unfortunately, an own goal there. I think that's the third own goal of this of today. I'm not sure. There might have been one I missed. But an unfortunate misplay by Phoenix there. But some good opportunities in that last since that last goal. I saw some good opportunities for Phoenix there.
Yes, that whole kickoff went really well for Phoenix there, but as we talk about now the ball is again stagnating a little bit in the middle as Phoenix is pushing it towards Koromo's goal, but Phoenix just misses, and it's again an own goal into the mercy. Oh, so unfortunate for Phoenix.
Unfortunate. Phoenix couldn't quite get. I think it predicted that it was gonna hit the ball faster than it actually was. And its own goals. I actually have a theory looking at Phoenix, how Phoenix plays, why it might not be playing as offensively capable as a lot of red utils bots, but of course, East can clarify this for me. A lot of red utils, and this is not because the utilities are good, if anything, it's because it's bad. It chooses to switch between actions a lot, usually, like by default. Because I think it's my ETA code is just very optimistic. So it will assume it will be able to hit something and then realize, oh, it won't be able to hit something. I'm going to have to hit it later. Oh, it won't be able to hit something. I'm going to have to hit it later. Like most of the time.
This is a very difficult problem for hard-coded bots to solve. And that is, as you said, ETA, for people who don't know, is just estimated time of arrival. So basically, it's the code that decides, hey, can I reach the ball or not in time? And this is a very difficult problem to solve in hard-coded because, there's turn radiuses, there's physics, and it's actually pretty difficult to come out with the most optimal thing within the time frame you have as a bot. Of course, you can simulate stuff, but the bot has to run fast. And if it doesn't, it will not play, and that's unfortunately not how you play Rocket League. Not playing Rocket League is not how you win.
Yeah. And so what my strategy ended up being was just very optimistic ETA code that would just have to update the actions very often as its predictions would get, inaccurate. And I'm seeing Phoenix. I don't know if Phoenix is just choosing to switch actions less often, or like locks in an action, doesn't switch it, or maybe for whatever reason it is updating. But like, for example, that last own goal it had, it looked like it was going for a shot where the ball was further back, if that makes sense. Like it was rolling towards its own net. It hit it as if it was in a place further back to hit it around the goal, but then the ball was farther forward than it thought it would be by the time it got there. Was kind of how at least I read that. Versus I think like a lot of times red utils will give up on that shot and then have to go for another one or go for a different save.
But anyways, anyways, unfortunately, I will cut you off there because the next game is going to be NoobBlack and BB, and both of them have pretty interesting types of strategy to play. BB standing back on kickoffs and NoobBlack switching positions. I think this is going to be a very interesting game to see because they both have such a defensive-sided strategy.
Yeah. I think this is going to be very interesting to see. NoobBlack always having someone on defense, and BB, both bots staying back on kickoff, could be very interesting to see. I think this will test NoobBlack's defense, since BB is going to have that counterattack immediately off kickoff. That singular NoobBlack that stays back is going to have to be making a lot of saves every time a kickoff comes off. And then apart from that, just seeing which one has the better offensive capabilities.
It's going to definitely be an interesting play, but we will see how it plays up in the next game, and then we can form some opinions in chat as well. Please welcome NoobBlack and BB.
And as I say that, instant counterattack, and NoobBlack is not able to save it, but BB's not able to score it either, as BB hits it again around one, but can't score it, as NoobBlack has a good opportunity here. But BB just decides to take it. Take it away from NoobBlack,
really
but
NoobBlack just takes it away from them straight into their own goal. Really nice play from NoobBlack.
I think BB was trying to take that around, but unfortunately pinched it the wrong way, and it was going center perfectly for NoobBlack to capitalize, as NoobBlack is up 1-0. But we are having these counter kickoffs work very well for BB. At least it did it in the last kickoff, but this is actually working very poorly now, as NoobBlack, having that one person back on defense, is going to perfectly counter that strategy and manages to catch both BBs moving up right at the wrong time, as NoobBlack now gets up 2-0 in 30 seconds. This is a very strong showing from NoobBlack.
Yes, definitely. NoobBlack is having a very nice shot so far, but BB actually immediately has a beautiful shot on net, but NoobBlack is right there to save it. Really good save from NoobBlack there.
Yeah, we've got some incredible touches from NoobBlack, as it's able to get it out of its own half towards the orange net, but unfortunately not on net. But BB, unfortunately, a little bit of a poor touch there, as it's right in front of its goal, and NoobBlack is going to capitalize.
Capitalizes on it. It feels like a completely different game from NoobBlack. It's just right there, ready to capitalize on the ball.
I think
it's really impressive showing.
I think NoobBlack actually plays better when the whole speed of the lobby is faster. Like, I don't know if that makes sense, but like it likes when the ball's going. I feel like it plays better when the ball's going faster.
It definitely does seem like it, as NoobBlack has got 3 goals in on BB's side, and so far there's another open net, but NoobBlack is not really sending the ball straight there. BB is there to take it, and both of them are now attacking the second NoobBlack, and fortunately for NoobBlack, it pushes it to the side.
Ooh,
but now they're without a boost and in front of a goal, and a beautiful shot from BB. Beautiful.
Same BB hits it off the corner. NoobBlack getting a touch, to be fair to it, but it couldn't quite prevent it from going center, as BB gets that very nice final aerial touch, putting it to 3-1. We might actually have a close game here, folks.
Very interesting. And again, the strategy from BB just waiting for the kickoff back, but NoobBlack is shooting the ball. That's a very nice shot. Unfortunately, it's right off, but that's a pull shot into the enemy, if I'd seen that right.
Oh, is it? I don't know. I thought it might have just been an own goal, but it could have been a pool shot. Yeah, no, it might have been a pool shot. Because I think there was contact.
Very impressive shot from NoobBlack using BB to then use BB to shoot the ball into its own net. But we have another kickoff, and the ball is just rolling towards the NoobBlack's goal. I guess NoobBlack is just trying to even out the score so it can show how dominant it is later on.
Looks like the NoobBlack that went back, unfortunately, went off the post and could not get back in net in time to save that, as it's now 4-2. And BB's kickoff has worked here a couple of times now, or I guess one time. But unfortunately, getting hard countered this time as NoobBlack, very nice shot, hits it off the backboard and then in. That's now 5-2.
5-2 and a beautiful goal on top of that. You definitely are starting to see more of these kind of backboard shot goals off of hard-coded bots, because back in the beginnings of hard-coded bots, it wasn't this much mechanics, or you could have mechanics, but it wasn't that good at aiming most of the time. It was just hit the ball towards the goal. But now we have these all new beautiful shots. As I talk about it, BB is shooting it towards the net. NoobBlack just pops it back up, and now NoobBlack, instead of hitting the ball, guess it confused BB's car with the ball and just goes for BB instead of the ball, and unfortunately that means the ball went into its goal.
I'm sad it didn't get shown in the replay if someone could clip that, but that was a very good redirect by BB towards the net, and then an incredible save by NoobBlack. But then unfortunately it could not get that final save there, and unfortunately bumping the BB. Both BBs here on the counterattack, putting in a fourth goal. The kickoff working wonders this time, as they managed to get past both NoobBlacks and score their fourth goal. This is an incredibly close game.
It is really close, and honestly, I'm all for it. Every time a game is close, it's very interesting. And as somebody said in the chat, it is kind of a comeback, because NoobBlack scored, what, 4 goals? And BB now is sitting at 4-5, almost tying the 4 goals, except NoobBlack had 1 goal on NoobBlack, or on BB. We're seeing some interesting jumps around, and now NoobBlack blocks themselves. BB just passes it in front of the goal, but the second BB is not there to put it in. Now NoobBlack clears the ball, and the net is open, so let's see what happens here.
BB gonna need to clear this out of his own half. NoobBlack having an opportunity here. Will the BB back manage to save it? Yes. But NoobBlack, always having that person back, manages to hit it right back onto the orange half. Going for a double touch, but BB is there on the backboard to save it. But NoobBlack, unrelenting pressure, puts another shot towards the net, but BB manages to clear it. But that NoobBlack that's always back is just managing to get so many of these touches. That one, a redirect towards own net, is actually going to go center, but NoobBlack's going to hit it first. No one's able to capitalize on each other's touches. They're just managing to get it first.
And that's a shot on net from NoobBlack. Beautiful shot from midfield.
Breaking through the BB's defense. I think there was a BB... There was a BB towards net, but it had no boost. There's no way it was going to be able to save that in time. As it puts...
Yeah, unfortunately, it was towards the midfield for BB, so there was nobody really back for BB to save it. So good for NoobBlack, but unfortunately for BB. But now the ball is towards NoobBlack's net with another nice shot, but it just goes wide here. And the ball again moving towards BB's net. Let's see if BB can clear it and put some more pressure on NoobBlack. But
okay,
the second NoobBlack was there.
Yeah, NoobBlack had some good opportunities there, but unfortunately going for an aerial there at the wrong time is going to leave an open net for BB, but BB can't quite get there before the NoobBlacks do. Very nice shot. Okay, saved. NoobBlack, good opportunity. Hits it past one. Will the other BB get back in time? Yes, barely. Oh, NoobBlack flies past the ball. Could have gotten a shot there. Other NoobBlack comes in.
A shot there, but NoobBlack, BB is pushing the ball towards his own net, and it helps NoobBlack. Just a beautiful shot from NoobBlack there.
BB with the unfortunate touch there, had no boost, he was in front of the ball, couldn't quite get back around it. Unfortunately hits it up perfectly for NoobBlack to get that very nice shot in.
It does definitely seem like NoobBlack has some very nice shots where it turns its car around and hits it with the top of it. And now another shot from NoobBlack goes in goal. That's a really nice and fast goal there from starting from the kickoff. BB just couldn't do anything here.
I'm noticing BB, and this is true with red utilities a lot by default anyway, is that a lot of times they just don't have boost. I'm noticing BB is usually left on defense with no boost to try to defend with, which when you're dealing with strong shots like NoobBlack is able to put through, it's like, what are they going to do? As NoobBlack here, getting another opportunity, couldn't quite get it center. BB manages to hit it to the corner, as BB could have an opportunity here, but NoobBlack, what is that shot?
What
manages to hit it off the wall and in.
That angle is crazy to shoot for a lot of bots. This is just beautiful. The ball was rotating, and actually rotations do impact the ball a little bit, if I remember correctly in the physics, but it just beautiful, beautiful angle there. Very, very hard to hit usually, but NoobBlack could use it. And now we're 9-4 and 5 seconds away. Do we think we're going to have the double-digit goals?
Maybe, as NoobBlack gets the last shot in there, but can't quite get it.
Very, very interesting game. Very close at some points. I don't think...
NoobBlack, 26 shots between them. That's crazy. And BB, 16 saves. Holy. What an incredible game.
This is definitely incredible to watch, as both bots do seem to be pinging off of each other very well in this case. Unfortunately for BB, NoobBlack just edged it out here a bit, but I'm not sure game 2 is going to go exactly the same, because we did have points where they were quite equal there. So it could be anyone's game in game 2, to be fair.
100%. I think this could go either way here. BB's kickoff actually did work sometimes, and it very well could work again here, as BB actually getting a very good example of what I'm talking about, hitting it towards the net, is going to be able to hit that shot and in. First goal for BB in less than 10 seconds.
Beautiful
turn that around and get a shot.
Beautiful, beautiful start for BB right here.
NoobBlack almost got the save. It was so close, but it couldn't quite get it. Counterattack. BB's there. Dunks. BB's kickoffs are working very well at the start of this game so far, as it has possession on NoobBlack's half. Hits it towards NoobBlack's goal. Can it get another hit? But not quite.
Not quite, as the ball is rolling towards BB's half right now. It's actually in its corner, and NoobBlack is there terrorizing both of the BBs. The second one just came up front, but BB pushed it away and now has opportunity to take a shot and is rolling in, and it's another goal for BB, and we are 2-0.
2-0. I think this might be the first game 3. I don't want to jinx it, but what a shot there, managing to get past the pressure that NoobBlack was putting on. Rare, it's worth mentioning, a rare circumstance where NoobBlack didn't have someone in defense.
It is very, very rare circumstance in this case, but again, the ball is going towards the second NoobBlack, shooting it towards BB's net, and BB just pushes it up, and NoobBlack is ready for it, but BB, there's still a second BB in the net waiting for the ball. Saves the ball. And BB just now has possession, pushes it away past the first NoobBlack and just hits it, but there's a second one waiting. As we talked about the strategy, NoobBlack is a 3v3 bot, so in case of 2v2, it seems like one of them keeps standing in a goal most of the time. And unfortunately for BB, it saved the ball this time. But BB, another attack on NoobBlack, and it's just a bit wide, but we're seeing so much close calls for BB right now.
What incredible saves coming out of NoobBlack here. Speed of the game is just so fast, it's hard to commentate. BB hitting it up. NoobBlack, okay. BB turning it around.
And there's 2 BBs now, so good for 50-50 here. And the ball is going towards the NoobBlack's net, but again, safe from NoobBlack. But BB is still there trying to hit the ball into the net, and it's just bouncing around, and it's really much more eventful.
BB putting on the pressure. But right as I say that, of course, NoobBlack manages to get it out its own half. BB, unfortunately, blocking its own clear, as it now puts it back in its own half. Maybe baiting out the NoobBlack. but NoobBlack manages to get it around both BBs and almost gets a shot on net, but not quite.
Doesn't seem to hit into the net, and both BBs didn't have boost there, so it would be really easy for NoobBlack to get that goal there, but unfortunately he just didn't, and just pass it in front of the net. Maybe it was a strategy for the 3-3 for a third ball, and now we have a beautiful ball going towards NoobBlack, and BB scores that. Beautiful.
Very nice shot. What's crazy is NoobBlack almost pre-jumped that. I don't even know how, but it was in the air and almost hit that. I don't know how, but BB manages to hit it just underneath it and then hit it finally into the goal as it's now up 3-0 with half the game remaining.
Actually, less than half the game remaining, but now NoobBlack has pushed it towards BB's net and there's nobody to defend it, and NoobBlack scores. And it's 3-1. Still not lost for BB, but is the half of the game the turning point for NoobBlack to start shooting as it did in the previous game, or is BB just going to keep on piling?
That was notable to say that was because of the kickoff that goal was as favorable for NoobBlack as it was. NoobBlack having a lot of these opportunities because the kickoff is not always favorable for BB as it would like it to be. Here, BB, unfortunately, on the defensive side, manages to just get it around so that NoobBlack could not get a shot. Manages to hit it out of its own half. But NoobBlack having a full opportunity to hit it all the way across and into BB's net. What an incredible shot.
And this was, again, a very, very nice angle for NoobBlack. This time, he actually did hit it into the goal, not just across the goal. And the score is 3-2, and we have still a minute and a half remaining. We will see if BB can still push through. I would hope that BB can put on that offensive that it did, and now it's pushing towards the net. NoobBlack is there to clear it, but the second BB is there to touch the ball. Okay. Another one is ready, but unfortunately NoobBlack with a lot of boost just cleared the ball, but BB is still there, shooting on net. Not quite in, but the second one is right there. Barely misses. NoobBlack has now the possession, and I don't know if the second one is ready to help the first one, but BB is right there, protected its own goal, and we have a demo. I think this is the first demo of today. NoobBlack is again trying to hit, but BB is right there with a beautiful save, and NoobBlack is just now keeping pressure on BB. I don't know if it hurt us and just started attacking more and more, but it seems that it is, and BB is now stagnating the ball in the middle, and another one is coming, and a beautiful shot in 4-2. Amazing stuff from BB.
What an incredible shot here as it manages to hit it up over one NoobBlack, and the other BB is ready, comes in for that second touch and puts it in. NoobBlack not able to get the saves there that it wanted. BB just putting on so much pressure. As we now have another counterattack from BB. Hits it over the NoobBlack as it's now going to get a fifth goal.
This is exactly what we wanted. This is exactly what we wanted. We have a very, very, basically a flipped game so far. And I hope I'm not commentator cursing this game right now. But it's definitely a really nice showing from BB in the second game. It just keeps on going and piling on attack on attack on NoobBlack, and NoobBlack seems to not be able to deal with both of them. But now empty net from BB. NoobBlack is shooting the boards towards there, but BB is there to interfere with NoobBlack. Ball is in a corner, and NoobBlack is there, but has no boost. BBs are pushing the ball slowly towards the mid, and we have a small clear, but the second NoobBlack, of course, is right there ready. We have an attempt for a shot, but BB clears it, passes it to the second teammate. We have almost 5 seconds ready, and a nice oh my god. This game is really going fast.
Incredible saves and attempts to save by BB. Unfortunately, could not get it out from being center as NoobBlack manages to capitalize and hit it into its goal. But only 5 seconds remaining. Will any last second goals happen? BB gets a nice shot off the kickoff, but NoobBlack able to hit it, and it just stagnates in the center and goes down. What an incredible game.
It's especially an incredible upset because the score is 5-3. That's a 2-goal difference. not extreme, but it's again the goal difference in the previous game was I think 8-4, 9-4.
Yeah.
So approximately double, or I don't know, some kind of math popped into my head that made it kind of equal. But for now, we have very equal standing because first game went to NoobBlack, second game went to BB, and this is the first, third game we have in the whole RLBot Championship 2025. Hopefully it doesn't break East's automation and screens, but this is first.
Yeah, 15 shots, I believe, by NoobBlack and 11 saves by BB there. Not quite as many shots and saves as the game previously, but still quite a few. I mean, there were just fewer goals, I guess. As BB was just showing very strong defensive showing, countering NoobBlack every time. As we have another counter by NoobBlack, or sorry, not by NoobBlack, by BB. As now BB has possession. Very nice shot. No NoobBlack back, as that's going to be the first goal for BB.
For BB. And if I may interject here, the chat or the viewers are also not quite sure who's going to win, because if I check the predictions, I think it's pretty evenly split 50-50. It is not a lot of people voting. Overall, total 3 people voted, but it's still 50-50 in terms of who they think is going to win. So far, BB has the first goal of the third game. NoobBlack with a beautiful attack here, but BB is there to save it. I don't know if BB just heard or seen the first game and decided to play differently, but BB is definitely having much nicer saves now.
Definitely. And more of its attempts are more of its goal attempts are going in, shot attempts are going in as well. But when I say that, NoobBlack, very nice, strong clear against the backboard. But BB, very nice save. NoobBlack, unfortunately, hitting it off to the side. It's going to go center for BB, as it's going to be a second goal for BB. 2-0, BB just putting on the pressure, and NoobBlack isn't able to handle it.
And I would like to again point out, whoever loses this game is out of the tournament. So there is quite big stakes at play here. And BB in this first game is really trying its hardest to just have a good go at it and not get eliminated. But NoobBlack is ready there in the back and shoots the ball again towards BB. But both BBs are just waiting there for a clear. And the second NoobBlack is going for the air, but misses completely. And BB is there just to put the ball in.
Rare aerial miss by NoobBlack there. It jumped really early for it, and unfortunately, I think maybe halfway through realized it wasn't going to get it or something. Maybe decided it didn't want to go for it, as it just whiffed the ball, unfortunately, completely, giving BB the opportunity for a third goal. NoobBlack needs to start locking in if it wants to make this a close game. Ooh.
And that's a cool shot from NoobBlack.
And that's a good start.
Beautiful follow-up from NoobBlack, just ready for the ball clear from BB. The second one is not there, so it couldn't help. And NoobBlack can just hit the ball in, and now we're at 3-1. I feel this is going to be close. I don't want to jinx it now, but if this is overtime, I will be very, very happy.
That would be amazing. NoobBlack, unfortunately not able to get that save. NoobBlack, the one on defense, really needs to lock in here, I think, as we've seen many circumstances so far where BB is just able to get nice shots like that, but the NoobBlack hasn't been able to save it, but NoobBlack is able to save it that time. As we have another nice shot downfield. Will BB be able to get the save? Yes. Hits it just around NoobBlack, putting on the pressure. But the other NoobBlack's there, back to counter. Could this be in? What a shot! Incredible shot off the backboard. NoobBlack putting in a second goal for itself. It's now 2-3.
And I think it's worth pointing out that NoobBlack is actually the last Python bot in the hard-coded section that...
Oh, really?
Everything else is C#. NoobBlack is the last non-C# bot. Actually Python that is still in the tournament. Even though it is in a lower bracket, it is still in the tournament, so there's a lot to ride on for NoobBlack. It's basically an underdog against C# now, as BB is just keeping the pressure on. But the score is very close for both. So this is a very close game, and there's a lot at stake here.
Yes, definitely. NoobBlack having some good opportunities here. Almost gets that in, but couldn't quite get it around. BB here is able to collect it, counter, but NoobBlack, the one that's back, manages to get a very nice shot. Another good opportunity here. Gets a third goal. We're now tied 3-3 here, folks. BB not able to get the save as NoobBlack putting in a very nice, strong third shot in. That's going to go in.
And we have 2 minutes left. The score is equal, and again, one game went to NoobBlack, one game went to BB, so we're very, very equal here. BB taking the ball towards NoobBlack, and NoobBlack has an interesting clear, but there's an empty net for NoobBlack, and BB is there, takes a shot, and it just scores right in, and we have 4-3. It seems that BB can very easily capitalize on this. Whenever there's an open net, it starts going well for BB, and NoobBlack just wasn't there to save it.
Yeah, NoobBlack, again, showing sometimes it being very optimistic about when it thinks it can hit a double jump shot or not, and just going, especially on defense, which, you know, it's good to try to go for any sort of save that you can when you're on defense, but in that kind of scenario, that's probably not the best option for what you should do there. NoobBlack dangerously hitting it across its net, but the other one manages to clear it.
Clears.
Very nice clear.
There's a NoobBlack in the corner with full boost.
Ooh.
Ready, and there's a nice attempt at a shot, but unfortunately it misses, but it's still there, and the second one is in the goal, ready in case BB is there, but now it's going out, takes a shot. BB is there to protect it, but it doesn't go well for BB. NoobBlack is there, but unfortunately the second one is too far away to really put it in, but it's fast enough to get there before BB does, really. And now both BBs are without boost. NoobBlack is also without boost, but it switches with the other one. Unfortunately, BB takes the ball over top of him, and now the ball is close to NoobBlack's net. 1 minute remaining as we're going very close in this game.
Ooh, NoobBlack going for a save here. What a crazy touch. Is that going to be it? What is that? Oh, no.
That looked... Unfortunately for NoobBlack, that was a crazy shot, but it was not BB's net. It was its own net.
Yeah, I think it was trying to get a clear, like, across its own net, but it just went straight down off the ceiling into its own goal. It has 46 seconds to make a comeback here. This actually could be a good start. The NoobBlack that's back manages to get a very nice shot, but it's instantly hard countered. Uh-oh. This could be bad. NoobBlack is back,
an empty net, kind of. Second BB was nowhere to be found there, but the ball is still towards NoobBlack's goal, and NoobBlack has to do something here. The ball is very dangerously, and BB just barely misses it, pinches on top.
Oh my god.
NoobBlack misses the save there, and BB just pushes the ball in. There was not much NoobBlack could do after it missed there. Unfortunately, it's going towards BB, and there's 3 goals and 20 seconds left. NoobBlack has very slim chances now to push it in its favor, but nothing is impossible.
It's going to need to hard counter these kickoffs, but that's not a good start. BB having its kickoff work out, getting that 7th goal it needed to lock in this game. It's now 3-7. Unfortunately, I think that's the end of this series, unless NoobBlack is able to score 4 goals in 13 seconds.
And again, as somebody just in chat pointed out, NoobBlack is the last non-C-sharp bot in his championship right now, and it's not looking good for it.
Come on, get at least a 4th goal.
Left. We have 3 seconds left. It's basically impossible. Well, maybe we get a goal, but the ball is just thrown away and touches the ground, and that's it for game 3. First game 3 of the whole championships. But unfortunately for NoobBlack, it didn't go in its way.
What a series. This actually is a notable game here if you look at the stats, because this is the first game where NoobBlack doesn't have more shots than BB. We actually have equal number of shots. Only difference being that BB had far more saves, which I think just shows you the position BB was in for those counterattacks. But a very, very strong showing by NoobBlack. Definitely, this is, I mean, first series to go to game 3, best series I've seen so far in this tournament. Incredible.
Definitely a very, very good series to watch, especially from the point where NoobBlack is using Python, and it was the last one not using C# or utilities, as far as I know. Some people in chat mentioned that some utilities weren't ported to V5 yet, and that might have skewed the results for the amount of bots in certain languages. But it was still very nice to watch, and hope that some other language can win. But right now it's just C# bots left in the tournament, and with that said, we're be going back into the upper bracket. So these are the bots that have only one so far, and again, since they are both C#, we're gonna have a lot of C# bots now only, but it's okay. And the next game we're gonna be seeing is King versus, I don't know how to pronounce it, but Xasthur?
Xasthur? Actually, think it's pronounced like a Z, so Xasthur. I don't know.
Xasthur. Okay.
I'm not
we'll go with
good at pronouncing
either. We'll go with Xasthur. Let's go with that. And
yeah,
I think the chat's favorite, or a lot of people's favorite King going against Xasthur. Theoretically, based on the seeding, I believe King is on the top, and it's actually bought by one of the commentators, which is here with me.
Yeah, that is true.
To say.
It's also interesting to say that both of these bots, each of them are the bots that knocked out the bots we just saw in the previous match. King knocked down BB, I want to say, and Xasthur knocked down NoobBlack. So this is very interesting seeing the winners who knocked down the bots we saw in the previous match go against each other. Let's see what happens.
And as the game starts, the ball goes towards Xasthur, and there's a nice shot towards net from Xasthur, but King is there to protect it. I believe because we're back in the upper bracket, these games are going to be going much faster now.
Very good saves by King there. Xasthur turning around, trying to get an offensive play started. King faking for some reason, not sure what that's about. Xasthur is going to be able to get that first goal in, as King making a misplay there. Not able to get that around, and Xasthur also bumping the other King. First goal by Xasthur.
Definitely a very good hit by Xasthur there, and just getting a goal in, but this game can still go either way. We're just at the beginning. As I speak, King has a beautiful ball in front of the Xasthur's net, but Xasthur can barely clear it here. Both Kings were kind of retreating here out of fear, maybe, but another shot towards net, and it's just a little bit off, but King is still there, keeping the ball close to the net, making Xasthur panic, and a beautiful shot from back from King, and it goes in, and we have a 1-1.
Yeah, King having that one person on defense was the perfect play there, as both the Xasthurs, I think, were going for boost, as King is able to catch them off guard and put in its first goal.
Yes, definitely. I feel like this game might be close again, comparatively, but we will see, as King is pushing the ball up and Xasthur is clearing it towards King's net, but it doesn't do much. King is there to try save it, and Xasthur is midfield ready for it, shooting towards the goal, but the second King is right there to defend it. This game is really quick and really beautiful. A nice pinch off of Xasthur. It just goes wide.
Xasthur hitting it center, but that very strong shot's going to be saved by King as it's hit up. King not able to beat Xasthur to the ball, as Xasthur gets a very nice shot, not quite on net. King is going to clear that off. Xasthur going for it, still going for the aerial touch, manages to hit it. And the other one is able to hit it off the wall nicely, but King able to counterattack. Both Kings on the back foot here. Are they going to be able to clear the pressure? It looks like they are, but King with no boost, Xasthur is going to be able to get there first. Both Kings with no boost. This could be a good opportunity for Xasthur, but King finally getting boost. Passes it to the other one. It's going to hit it off the wall. It's center now. Xasthur misses. King with a good opportunity. Totally whiffs.
But it's okay, the second king is right there, and it's pushing the ball to the side. King is around, the second king is around midfield, maybe waiting for something to happen, but King is just pushing pressure on, and a nice shot towards the net, but it just barely misses.
Unfortunately, could not quite get that goal in. King now trying to put on the pressure. Other King coming in for the aerial shot. It's gonna go off the post. King needing to get something in the net, as both Kings kind of faking here, waiting for the touch, manages to bait it out. But Xasthur, this could be a good opportunity.
There, and oh my god, some amount of touches later, the ball is still not in goal, but it was very dangerous for King there. And it goes up, and Xasthur is there to push it in. We have a second one.
What an amazing shot and goal by Xasthur. Manages to get it just over one of the Kings into the net. This is very, very close. Yeah, these bots are very fast. King seemingly not quite as precise on its shots as Xasthur, and not able to break out of Xathur's oppressive offense. We'll see whether or not King can end up.
It also does seem that King has more shots or more attempted shots, so it might balance each other out. As we talk about that, King manages to score and tie the score to 2-2, and we have almost 2 minutes left. That would be a beautiful coincidence there, but unfortunately it didn't happen. But King with another goal towards Xasthur, and the game can go either way right now.
Yeah, definitely. We have a tie game here. It really just depends on which one can break through the other's defense. King, very often having no boost here, manages to hit it around. The other King's there. What an incredible play. Xasthur had the boost advantage here, but just got outplayed by King, getting that last touch as both Xasthurs commit, and the other King is going to be there center to put that one in.
Yeah, definitely King has some nice plays towards each other too, but overall, I think the speed as well increases and everything gives more opportunity. Xasthur takes the ball away and has a beautiful shot on net, with King nowhere to be found right off of kickoff.
Yeah, I think the Kings, we had the King going for kickoff, and then the one that was cheating up had no boost. And it just went straight to the corner, or not to the corner, I guess, off to the side for the Xasthur, who went for corner boost to just get that strong shot on net. As Xasthur, with a good opportunity here, just puts in a fourth goal off kickoff. Manages to... It looks like both Kings hesitating.
It does seem like a small payback from Xasthur, as King scored 2 goals, and then Xasthur now scored 2 goals in a row. A very interesting game, very close. We're going for another kickoff here, and the ball is again stagnating in the middle. Xasthur is ready for the ball, and it's just goes straight into King's goal, and we have 5-2. Still a lot of time left because of how fast the bots play and how much shots they do for King, but we will have to see how it progresses here.
These kickoffs strongly going in Xathur's favor, having one person go for full boost. Well, usually I feel like in competitive twos, I don't like seeing people do that just in case someone loses a kickoff really hard. With bots, especially 2 bots that I think are using the same speed flip kickoff, you're not going to see any hard losses. So going for that corner boost, having that second person go for the corner boost, I think is just an advantage. As King now, unfortunately, looking like it's on the back foot here, but manages to turn the ball around, trying to get it over Xasthur. Xasthur manages to turn it around. But the other Xasthur unfortunately hits it back
towards his own net.
Team bump.
And King is there, and the ball is rolling in, and we have 5-4 with 48 seconds left. This is still a very close game, and we still have no idea who's going to win this.
Xasthur with the team bump, yeah, very unfortunate. King just barely getting that angle in, finally not hitting the post and managing to sneak that one in. We have 48 seconds left for King to make another goal. Will this be the first overtime? If King gets that, that would be incredible. King backing away, trying to take possession. Xasthur hitting it almost over and into its own net. King going for an unnecessarial in the corner. The other King coming in to save it. Xasthur trying to go for a shot, but this could be a good opportunity. King hits it up, doesn't decide to go for the boost here, waiting for Xasthur instead to make the touch as it commits.
But both
and the other King commits.
Committed there, but an empty net.
Oh, but it's not in, I don't think.
It
Xasthur
missed
not
barely.
get that in. King,
Oh my god, and the ball is really in the dangerous spot, and Xasthur scores a goal, and I don't want to jinx it, but it does seem like it sealed King's fate here on game 1.
King, unfortunately, not getting the save it wanted there. 4, 6, 11
Unfortunately
seconds.
for King, it was really bad misplay there a bit. The ball was just hanging around the goal, and Xasthur from kickoff again pushing it towards the goal, and King seems to be fed up with this game already and wants to just end it and just throws
Move to the next.
very strong own goal here.
Go next. It just shoots that on its own net, waiting for the next goal to happen. And yeah, it's worth mentioning, King is the previous champ, so this is a huge upset here to have King be losing. King, but manages to put in one last goal just to show that it still got it. 5-7, final scoreline. Xasthur managing to put a game, to win a game against the previous champ. Will we have a new champ?
It's also worth mentioning, Xasthur has been in the top 3 in the previous RLBot Championship. So we've seen both of these bots in a year ago, and now instead of King winning, it's actually Xasthur. I don't know if there was much changes to the bots between previous year and this year, but the big change is definitely that they've been updated to RLBot framework version 5, which is a new framework. It runs much faster, so I don't know if that might affect things.
Yeah, it is worth mentioning. It is worth mentioning that I don't know about Xasthur. I'm sure it probably has been updated. King has not been updated since the last tournament, so this is the same version. I haven't worked on King since then, so I'm not actually that surprised to see King potentially not be the new champ anymore. It is also worth mentioning, we won't go into it, but yeah, King technically wasn't the previous champ, but the previous legitimate champ. So, yeah.
But with that said, we should be going into game 2 soon, and we will see if the score again flips over, and we might have a game number 3, which would be unprecedented to have these many game 3s in RLBot Championship, especially today. But we will see how it plays out as we go for the first kickoff.
King getting some weird misplays there, not able to get a strong attack. Xasthur taking the ball to its own corner is going to leave an opportunity for King to score this. Ooh, but Xasthur manages to get back in time.
And now kind of an open net for King, but the King on midfield is there with the ball, so it doesn't go negatively for King here. The ball is ready in front of Xasthur's goal, and it's open net, and King just scores, and that's a 1-0 for King.
King just keeping possession, going all the way around all the Xasthurs, baiting them out of the net, and then putting it in. Manages to get that around and get the first goal.
Again, a very interesting thing to point out. The votes in terms of points from the public are very equal in a different way, but in terms of people, only one person voted for King and 4 people voted for Xasthur, but the amount of points are very equal. But as I talk about this, King is scoring another goal, and it's 2-0 for King.
King managing to block that clear, and neither Xasthur has any boost and is out of position. King manages to get that quick second goal here, as this game is going so far in favor of King.
Definitely, and again, after this kickoff, King has possession, but Xasthur had time to go back and grab some boosts, I would believe. And now the ball is towards King's net. Xasthur, nice touch off of the corner towards the middle, but Xasthur it wasn't really there, but it is there, and oh my god, that's beautiful, like really good shot.
What a shot. King unfortunately could not get a proper clear, hitting it off the wall, perfectly setting up Xasthur for an incredible shot.
And I would like to point out, this bounce was off of the curved part of the field, which for a lot of people might be a difficult thing to predict, but since we can predict the physics, the bots know where the ball is going to be. And as I talk about this, King scores another goal right off the kickoff here, and it's looking very well for King right now.
Okay, I don't really remember. I'm going to be real. I don't really remember what King's kickoff strategy was, but I swear last game I was just saying that King doesn't go for the corner boost. And then King went for the corner boost and got a kickoff win there. Or, a goal-off kickoff there. So I don't really remember what King does, I'm going to be real. Maybe it's random, I don't know. Anyway, regardless, it worked out. And Xasthur almost getting a goal there, but King managing to save it away. But Xasthur still with possession. But King takes it away. A good opportunity here. Xasthur doesn't get quite a perfect clear, as that's going to go center for King, but not a strong shot. As King on defense, backing away, almost not able to save that, but barely managing to.
It almost looked like King wanted to go for the corner boost, but then decided maybe it's not a good idea as the ball is rolling into my net and turned around. But Xasthur now gets a nice shot towards the net, and King tries to save it, but unfortunately goes in.
Yeah, I think that might have technically been an own goal, but it was also a very good attempt at a save. It unfortunately just did not quite get around it in time, as Xasthur's going to put in a second goal.
And we're again at the same situation where the goal lines are very equal, but King gets another shot of kickoff and gets the scoreline back to 2-goal difference, 4-2 for King. And it seems King is scoring more of the kickoffs goals compared to Xasthur in the previous game.
Yeah, interesting. It seems like, yeah, exactly. Last game, Xasthur was winning a lot of the kickoffs and was getting goals off that. Now this time, it seems like King's the one doing that. Let's see. Let's hope we get some goals that are not straight off kickoff. As I say that, we're not having... Okay, never mind. A good opportunity off kickoff here for Xasthur, but not able to get that one in as King hits it to the side. But Xasthur's there. Will that be in? Ooh, King needs to save this. Not quite able to get it. A poor save by King.
It seems like both Kings went out a bit of the path and couldn't turn around in time there. Really kind of caught off guard there by Xasthur, and a pretty slow ball, but definitely a good ball.
Yeah, we're starting to see the cracks in King's play strategy as King is just floundering here on defense. Xasthur getting another goal over King, just hitting it over as the King pushes, one of the Kings push up too far as Xasthur gets a 4th goal now. King, mechanically speaking, I think King is pretty impressive. You know, being my own bot, I feel like I can speak on it. It's very fast, but another bot like Xasthur, who's also very fast, is not going to be intimidated by that. And King doesn't have the greatest defensive positioning, or is not able to defensively commit always in the best ways. Right as I say that, I think both Kings commit in the corner there, as Xasthur is able to get a very nice shot. What is that angle, by the way? Incredible angle.
We're seeing quite a lot of very, very tight angles from both of these bots in the previous game and this game. It seemed like one of the Kings just flew across the map, predicting where the ball is going to be, but it was there was so much time left that Xasthur could move it away. But as we talk about that, King equalizes the score with a very fast ball there.
King getting that center, and the other King coming in with the shot. You know, it is still a very dangerous play to be double committing there, or not double committing, but over committing, having both people there, but it keeps working out for King, so if King can keep doing it, we have the exact same, I feel like I've seen this goal 3 times. Yeah, a kickoff goal. I feel like we saw this goal happen at the end of last game, and maybe towards the beginning of last game too. This goal where King gets possession right off kickoff, and then just manages to, it's not really a flick, but hit a final touch just over the last Xasthur, as it's now 6-5.
This is actually a debated topic, saying that the Rocket League might not be completely deterministic because of timing issues, but in terms of hard-coded bots, there is some space there to change, to still do the same decision. So a lot of the goals can seem to be almost identical. I have seen it, but we don't have much data to prove this. But as we speak, the ball is again in front of King's net, but King is just saving the ball over and over again. But now a basically empty net, but Xasthur has no boost. King is there with full boost ready to push it away. The ball is in Xasthur's half, and Xasthur is going for a long aerial, pushing it towards the middle. And now both Kings committed to that ball, but fortunately for them, Xasthur couldn't capitalize on it, and it's now just jumping in the middle, both of them, kind of pinging the ball between each other. And finally the ball breaks free from the midfield, pushing it towards one of the kings. That clears it, and now the ball is dangerous for Xasthur right in front of its net. King is coming from back, shooting a bit too high, but Xasthur manages to clear it nicely towards King's goal. Now King is still back, so it could save it, but now the ball is going again towards Xasthur. A nice flick over Xasthur. That's a really nice flick. Unfortunately, Xasthur is there to protect it, and King couldn't shoot a goal there.
Ooh.
Now Xasthur clears it wide. This is a very, very close game and very eventful.
Yeah, very eventful. King almost getting to show its dribble and flick code there that very rarely comes out, especially in a game like this where it's so fast-paced. Xasthur almost getting a shot on goal there. The other one is up, manages to keep it center for the other one to hit it up, but it's kind of going towards its own net. Can King capitalize? It gets a touch, but it's weak. Xasthur clears it to the other King, who hits it. It's now on Xathur's half. It's going to go center. King getting that towards net, but Xasthur is able to clear it. What a miss! Okay, a good opportunity by Xasthur. Couldn't quite get it in. King is going to counterattack, but gets blocked as King is going to barely survive and win that game.
And we have another game free today. I don't know what is happening. Maybe it is because, as you said at the beginning on game 1, Xasthur and King both fought the bots that we saw in the previous series, and they both won. So maybe it is an indicator that they are very close. But my God, this series was this series is still, because we're going into game 3, very interesting to watch. Both bots kind of keeping up with each other, and it's honestly looking like it's going up to chance there.
Yeah, both King and Xasthur had similar number of shots and saves. King just, I guess, probably having a higher shot to goal ratio, hitting more of those shots on net. But still, extremely even game as we're going into game 3. Xasthur, it looks like, oh wow, King immediately getting a goal right off the bat here. I wasn't paying attention. Was that Xasthur who hit that down, or was that King who hit that down? Ooh, unfortunately it was Xasthur. To be fair, hit it around one King, and it just happened to be right to the other King, so...
Yeah, very unfortunate for Xasthur, very fortunate for King, as the game is, again, just beginning, but King gets another nice shot on Xasthur's net and scores. Now we are 2-0, but it feels like this score difference has happened before. And
it has, yeah.
We will see how this progresses, but so far the kickoff goals go very much in favor of King.
Yeah, both of these bots very aggressive. You know, they did get some saves last game, but in general, very offensive heavy. So we've seen a lot of goals. So 2 goals in 20 seconds seems very strong for one bot, but does not necessarily mean a huge advantage. As King getting this center, might be able to get this on net. Hits it around both Xasthurs, but the other one just manages to get a save before the King is able to lock that one in. And now Xasthur trying to collect this, gets it around one King, but misses, giving the other King the opportunity to flick it over maybe one, but the other Xasthur manages to 50. The final King almost gets that on net, but King manages to save that.
A really impressive plays from both bots. Unfortunately for Xasthur, so far King has the edge over it, but King is shooting it towards the net, but Xasthurs are there to protect it, and King is, again, in midfield ready to shoot, but the ball is not going in anymore as easily as it did for the first 2. Xasthur is here bumping King a little bit together with the ball. Another bump to King from Xasthur, but unfortunately it doesn't help Xasthur right away as the ball is again in front of Xasthur's goal, and King is right there, almost 50-50 right into the net, and the ball is again centered to King, and it's shot on net, and great shot for King. Unfortunate pass from Xasthur.
Yeah, Xasthur not getting the best touch there. Unfortunately, passing it center to the King. Xasthur was there to maybe, like, there was another Xasthur there to maybe save it, but I think it went for boost. Unfortunately, causing King to get the 3rd goal. Oh, wow. This is just going to be a kickoff goal for King. Immediately, just straight off kickoff. King getting a lot of these kickoff goals now, as Xasthur that is the negative for going for boost, right? Is the fact that if you go for boost off kickoff, you can have a lost kickoff center field, and the person who cheated up can just collect the ball and put it in. So Xasthur's weakness off kickoff showing there.
Especially as you mentioned, I think in game 1, where you mentioned this exact strategy, but the opposite, where King wouldn't go for the corner go and make Xasthur be able to score off kickoffs. Now it seems absolutely reversed, where King is just scoring a goal after goal on kickoffs, and it's not looking good for Xasthur, especially with 4-0. But again, these bots can score a lot of goals very quickly, so it's still not that decisive result here. But King is only 2 goals away from Mercy and forcing the end of the game. So we will see if King can do that. Ooh. And as I say that, King scores another goal, and it's 5-0, and King is 1 goal away from mercying Xasthur, even though Xasthur would probably be able to bring back some amount of those goals back. If it hits Mercy, it's over.
Yeah, King very dominant this game, which is so weird considering the previous games. I think it's just getting really good kickoffs. It's getting really good outplays here, as Xasthur is just not able to keep up. As we have another goal for King, just immediately, yeah, King is locked in now. King just immediately goes for a shot off kickoff. Well, not immediately off kickoff, but pretty much as soon as possible afterwards. And Xasthur not able to get that final goal, as we have Mercy.
And unfortunately, it is a Mercy. Unfortunately, it is a Mercy. This is game 3 Mercy, which is honestly a very unexpected result. I don't think we could have a Mercy in game 3 ever, and it's such a strong Mercy where it's 6-0. Very unfortunate for Xasthur, but Kings moves on to the next match, which is not going to be played today, because the next match we're going to be seeing is Stardust versus Berrobot. But still going back to the previous game, my god, was it a close one?
Yeah, what a close match. I mean, I honestly, amazing series. I would have loved to see Xasthur get overtime in game 2. I think about that, Xasthur almost had another last-second goal in game 2 that would have tied it. And if Xasthur had brought it overtime, I mean, we could have seen Xasthur sweep King before we even got to game 3, which would have been insane considering how game 3 went. But, you know, just King managed to keep its lead in game 2 and then absolutely lock in game 3 as it secures its place in the upper bracket, as Xasthur gets sent to the lower one.
Definitely an insane outcome here, especially after we saw the first game and then the second one was so close. Having the third game go 6-0 in favor of King with a Mercy on top of that is really unexpected and honestly really fun to see, but still very unexpected. But to not delay further, we're going to go to our next match, which is going to be our last match for today, and that is Stardust versus Berrobot.
Stardust versus Berrobot will be very interesting.
If I remember correctly, I think both of them are again using red utils?
Yes. Yeah. Berrobot was first written in Python using Gosling, then ported to C# using red utils, which I find very interesting. And then Stardust also, well, it says this is the second version of Stardust, this time using red utils. I don't know what the first version of Stardust was made in, but both of these bots are bots that weren't originally written in C# using red utils, but then were rewritten using red utils. So this will be very interesting.
And a very almost identical kickoff for both of these bots as they fall away. Ooh. But now Berrobot had the edge here and manages to score right there. The kickoff looked very, very identical here. I wonder if most of these kickoffs will look the same. We will see that in a little bit, but first goal goes to Berrobot.
Yeah, I think probably the kickoff code, at least the bots that are going on kickoff, yeah, I think are using the same, probably default red utility speed flip kickoff. Hence why they look so similar. Stardust hitting that center, but it's dangerous. Berrobot getting a nice shot downfield. It's going to be up. Stardust manages to clear that away. As now, pass between the two Stardusts, unfortunately gets blocked by Berrobot. Stardust, unfortunately, a lot of pressure being put on Stardust here. but Stardust manages to relieve the pressure as both Berrobots are up. Now Berrobot bringing it to its own half. This is dangerous. Stardust with the dunk manages to get a goal.
A great challenge there from Stardust towards Berrobot. Berrobot was on the other side, but basically pinches it off over the top of it and just scores, and we're tied up. Definitely an interesting game from both of these. So far, honestly, I don't know how it's going to go, but so far, very strong performance for both bots here. Stardust has the ball in front of its net and takes a long shot, but Berrobot is right there ready to counter it. But again, the ball is there for both Stardust that are midfield. Maybe a little bit dangerous for Stardust as Berrobot is up in the air, but the ball is still not going in Stardust's goal. Berrobot just takes the ball back and now has an opportunity to take a shot, and just the overcommitment from both bots. Not both of them going to the ball, but overcommitment to the attack side leaves the net open, and Berrobot just can score on that.
Yeah, Berrobot, it was interesting. I was about to point out that both Berrobots were driving together, which usually is not a good sign, but one of them manages to get a really strong shot just past both Stardusts. As now Berrobot collecting the ball, passes it to the other Berrobot, but gets instantly blocked by Stardust as Stardust gets a shot on net, but saved by the last Berrobot. As now Berrobot having a good opportunity here. Neither Stardust is back. Can Berrobot put a shot on? Yes. Berrobot 3-1.
A very strong shot from Berrobot here. Very on point, right in the corner too. Very nice aim there. Unfortunately for Stardust, it is 3-1, as you said. But I still have some belief in Stardust here.
100%. Very even kickoff. Berrobot just manages to win it. Stardust, though, immediately manages to hit it towards Berrobot's net. Can the last Berrobot save it? No, as the other one's going to own goal, unfortunately, while going back, as that's going to be a second goal for Stardust.
Yeah, definitely. It's always unfortunate when your bot own goals, especially in tournaments. But fortunately for Stardust, it is an own goal, which means the score goes up by 1. And it's close to tying up. We still have 3 minutes left in the game, so there's not much saying who will win or who will lose this one, but it again looks very close.
Berrobot putting on the pressure here off kickoff. Just Berrobot seemingly just able to put on more pressure. Maybe it has more boost. As it gets another ball, shot over Stardust and puts another one through. It just beats Stardust to the ball every time. Both Berrobots, I think I'm right with the boost thing. Both Berrobots going in with full boost. Stardust, neither of them had any for that play, just getting outplayed. That's
and this is a typical issue with hard-coded bots. Maybe not as much with machine learning, but still, overall, it's a difficult issue to fix in bots, and that is boost management and boost collection. As a lot of the times in hard-coded time, when you do have boost, you either use it or you don't. And as I'm talking about this, Berrobot with its ample amount of boost just manages to outrun Stardust completely here and just scores directly in.
An incredible pass by Berrobot there, redirecting its center for the other one to score that. Stardust just didn't know what to do.
Yeah, it does seem like the fact that Stardust doesn't have a lot of boost is putting it in a bad placement a lot of the time, so Berrobot can capitalize it. And it does seem Berrobot has much better boost management here, but again, just dribbles it over the top of Stardust. An amazing shot to the goal.
Incredible. Just, I mean, perfectly executed there. Hits it just over Stardust, gets another touch to keep it towards the net, and then lands on the ground and gets a final shot in to score. And then and
Berrobot has
shot
a
off
kickoff goal. Straight kickoff goal.
Yeah, straight into an incredible shot, straight into a kickoff goal. Very common. 7-2. We're 1 goal away from Mercy now.
1 goal away from Mercy, so it's not looking very good for Stardust. Prediction is currently very heavily swayed towards Berrobot, so Stardust is the underdog here, so it's trying, but almost having an own goal here with back of the end of the car, but Berrobot is there to take care of the bounce and just put it right into the goal, and we have a mercy in game 1.
I would actually say Stardust didn't have a lot of options there. No one was back. It was backwards. It actually was not a bad touch considering, but Berrobot was just perfectly ready for that. Stardust definitely could have hit it more to the side as it just hit it up, perfectly setting up Berrobot for that final goal.
Yeah, definitely a nice goal, but unfortunate for Stardust. It has been almost a pass from it towards Berrobot. But that's just game 1, and we have game 2 to go off of, and beginning of the game 1 looked quite equal in my opinion. So let's see how this game develops.
Ooh, Stardust had a good opportunity there immediately to set a different precedent for this game, but couldn't quite get that on net, as Stardust at least has possession now, but unfortunately hits it off the other Stardust, as Berrobot had an opportunity to shoot on net, but misses. Stardust now hitting it over one Berrobot, but the other one's there, but Stardust manages to counter. Stardust now has a good opportunity, but Berrobot's going to get back in time, but that's going to be a poor save. Neither Stardust capitalizes. Now it's in Berrobot's corner. Berrobot needs to get a strong clear, gets bumped into a nice clear. Stardust now, neither of them back, as Berrobot almost manages to score that, but it's just off the post. Now it's going to go back center by Berrobot. Stardust manages to collect it and clear it.
Yeah, definitely a more first minute without goals is interesting for these bots as they score, but Starbuzz with a beautiful aerial across the map just hits it straight into Berrobot's goal.
What an incredible angle. Great shot. Very nice. Berrobot was not going to save that. Incredible shot by Stardust. Wow.
Amazing shot from Stardust.
Very strong start to this game for Stardust.
And now we have, again, a very identical kickoffs, but the bots do have some logic that the ones that don't go for kickoff do have maybe some slight differences in their logic, so it always changes a bit. But right now the ball is just in the air there. No bots really can do anything, and both Berrobots, I believe, didn't have much boost there. Stardust was hanging around, but now has to run back towards its own goal to clear, but it's... I don't know what it's doing there. Maybe some of the old...
Is it? Sorry, does it also have the defensive play while it's up 1? I don't know. That's the only thing I can figure out, but unfortunately it's not going to work because Berrobot puts in another goal. As Stardust just floundering in net, unfortunately.
Yeah, it definitely seems this is a recurring issue for a lot of bots, and that's the little transition between the ground and wall, and sometimes it can, especially around gore where the turns are very tight, it can put your bot out in a very awkward position in the air close to the goal, and it cannot do anything from there. But as we speak, Berrobot just now has a very clean shot on net and capitalizes on it and goes to 2-1. And Stardust was nowhere to be found there to protect it. It just barely missed the turn into the ball. I think it was trying to hit it, but the turn radius was too big for it to hit it. So unfortunately it missed and the ball just went in.
Yeah, Stardust just not doing the best to counter some of these plays Berrobot is putting out. Stardust just needs to continue to break through this defense as Berrobot both miss. This could be a good opportunity as Stardust leaves the ball for some reason, but the other one comes in and shoots it while both Berrobots are going for the same corner boost as Stardust gets a second goal here.
And we're 3 minutes left with 2-2. Very equal game on game 2 now. It's really looking interesting. Again, the possibility of a third game may be there, but I don't want to say it now. I'm knocking on wood for everybody watching, so that shouldn't happen. But as we are talking about that, the ball is very close to Stardust's goal and it goes out. So the ball is out there. Berrobot's empty net, but Stardust doesn't have much boost to capitalize, but takes a shot either way. The ball is very dangerous, but both Stardust don't have any boost to go up, so Berrobot has the advantage and passes it to the other Berrobot, and now that Berrobot just scored the third goal.
Yeah, Stardust unfortunately overcommitting. Both people were forward with no boost. Very bad position to be in as Berrobot just manages to get a nice shot downfield and score a third goal.
And now we're waiting again for the kickoff. Very equal again, as it is identical kickoff, but now the ball is towards Berrobot's net, and both Stardust are kind of hanging around there, but one of the Stardust has boost and was almost getting it over, but I don't see the second Stardust there ready to protect their own goal. Fortunately for them, Berrobot wasn't there to shoot it, but Stardust clears it towards Berrobot's net now, and it's in the corner. Let's see where this goes. Stardust is there, up in the air, shoots, but Berrobot saves it. Stardust still stagnates the ball in the middle. A small bump from Berrobot and an open net from Stardust.
Open net by open net shot. Berrobot manages to score. Stardust seemingly leaving the ball alone in midfield a lot. It seems like a lot of Stardust's goals are outplays past the Berrobots, while Berrobot's goals, a lot of them at least, have been open nets where Stardust just overcommits. Let's see if Stardust can lock in on its defense and try to get back into this game, as it definitely has the offensive capabilities to win. As Stardust manages to keep it on Berrobot's half. Berrobot looks like they both went for boost. Stardust getting a shot, but it's just off the post.
Very good shot, and now all bots are kind of in there, but now the net is open for Stardust, and Stardust won't be able to come back and save the ball, and we're going into 5-3 for Berrobot. Unfortunately for Stardust, it doesn't seem like it can keep up the pressure that it did in the first two goals.
Yeah, Stardust again overcommitting there, and Berrobot getting a counterattack once again. Stardust just needs those overcommits to work out, or just have kickoff goals. That's also an option. Stardust immediately winning off of kickoff. I'm not sure why. Both of them cheated up, but I guess it just managed to go a little bit in Stardust's favor, as Stardust gets a goal off kickoff, which it definitely needs, as it now needs only 2 goals in 1 minute and 4 seconds.
Yeah, the ball is again going towards Berrobot's in Berrobot's favor, but there's Stardust ready to save it, and the net is not very empty, but Berrobot is there, and the shot is very close, but unfortunately for Stardust, it's not right in. But Stardust is there together with Berrobot, and the ball is still close to Berrobot's net. Anything can happen. We can see both Stardusts are a bit too overcommitted to front, but it doesn't matter because Berrobot is out of place, and the ball is slowly rolling towards the goal.
Come on.
Unfortunately, Stardust couldn't score it, but now it's scoring in a slow fashion, and there we go. We have 4-5 for Stardust, slowly edging back to the equal score, and it's very, very close here.
Yeah, Berrobot, I forgot one of the other things seems like Berrobot does is go for boost and leave the net wide open. Stardust had the opportunity there, but 2 slow shots was very close to not going in. But Berrobot, oh my goodness, manages to get a 6th goal here off kickoff, as Stardust's chances of coming back slip away. We still have 25 seconds, so anything could happen, but Berrobot manages to leave that one, or manages to get that one through.
Yeah, it is very unfortunate in this case, but there is not a lot of time for Stardust to get those goals, and especially if not in the kickoff goal like we've seen previously, it's very hard to come back here. But there is still small amount of chance for Stardust here, but only 10 seconds left. The ball is close to Berrobot's half, but with 3 seconds left on the clock, I don't think it's possible.
No.
So anything can happen, but unfortunately Stardust just drops the ball, so the score still ends up being 6-4 in favor of Berrobot, and that's it for Stardust in the upper bracket.
Very
GGs.
Close game. GG's. I was starting to believe that it might go to a game 3, but
me
not
too,
quite.
But it would be also a very insane amount of coincidence for 3 series to go into game 3 suddenly in a row. But it's good to point out additionally that losing in the upper bracket does not mean the bot is out of the championship completely. Stardust just moves to the lower bracket, as the brackets are popped up now on the screen. We can see that Stardust is going to be fighting BB next week, and KoromoBot is going to be fighting Xasthur, who lost against King. And then in the upper bracket, we're going to have a wonderful match between King and Berrobot. And we will see how it will look. people can speculate, but we're not going to be seeing any of those games today because that was the last game of today, and yeah.
Yeah, what incredible games there. King versus Xasthur especially was a highlight. Xasthur showing that King, though still winning the series, is not as untouchable as some might or I don't know. I feel weird for saying that. I feel like I'm talking up my own bot, but like it shows that the reigning champ could very well be taken off its throne. The king could be dethroned.
Somebody could steal his crown, you could say.
Yeah, exactly. As we'll see whether or not Berrobot can be the one to do that next week.
Yeah, Xasthur had a really good shot. Berrobot also looking very strong. I think King is definitely gonna have to fight for it.
Definitely.
Yeah, there is definitely a big chances for more incredible series happening next time. But also, people don't have to wait a full week for seeing some bots playing, because today is just hard-coded bots. But there's also an ML bracket, which has semifinals, right? Tomorrow. And
yes.
There's going to be a lot of bots.
The machine learning bracket.
There.
Yeah. The machine learning bracket is also going to have its semifinals and a few lower bracket matches, and we're again going to find what is basically a top 6 also in the machine learning bracket.
Yeah, rank-wise, for those who are wondering, who are only familiar with the hard-coded or whatever, or maybe just watch today, the high point of the hard-coded is the low point for the machine learning. So high point for these bots is around plat level. That's the low point for machine learning. So much higher level gameplay. If you thought King versus Xasthur was exciting, just wait until you see some of the bots tomorrow.
Yeah, and it's the same time, same place. So at 19 UTC. Oh, 17 UTC.
17 UTC.
Yes. The time zones are still messing with me. But yeah, everyone, tune in, join us. And thank you for coming today. I hope you all had fun. Goodbye, everyone.
Thank you for watching. Bye.